From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. We want to welcome Kirk Wentworth to the studio today. He's here representing the citizens for a Duchesne County Aquatic Center. Thanks for joining us, Kirk.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, it's good to have you, and this is the first I've heard about this, so tell us a little bit about this proposal.
Well, we have a bond proposal that will be on the ballot this November. It's Proposition 2, which will allow Duchesne County residents to vote on whether or not they want to build a new aquatic center over in our county.
And where's the actual location? Do you have that much detail? Where is it proposed? Or
We have some proposed sites. Roosevelt City's offered a spot where the old pool is, just west of there. However, that's not a final decision. The county...
There are still possibilities.
Other
options.
possibilities. It'll probably be in the Roosevelt area simply because of our tie with the hospital. We're building a therapy pool as part of this facility, and they're going to be involved with patients and things like that. So it will be in the Roosevelt area.
All right. Now, we're still speaking hypothetically, right? Because you mentioned this is on the ballot. It might happen, or it might not, or it's definitely...
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Be
all right. Well,
people will vote for it.
All right.
We'll have a new center.
Well, let me ask you this before we get into some of the details about the pool itself.
Mm-hmm.
How are you attached to this? Why is this important to you?
Oh, well, originally a couple of years, I managed the Roosevelt swimming pool, so I was asked to start looking into things as a pool manager because the Roosevelt pool is falling apart.
Oh, it's time for a new one.
Needs to be replaced. However, as we continue to look at things and we looked at the use of our pool in Roosevelt, we realized that it's really a county pool used by a majority of the county. So we kind of changed gears and shifted gears. And I don't really work for the city, and I don't really work for the county on this. I volunteered with others, and we have a committee, and we've just been pushing now to get this onto the ballot. And that's gone through a petition process and a lot of work involved, but we're there now.
It's there now. It will be on the ballot. And you said it's called Proposition
2.
Proposition 2. So look for that. And naturally, then you want people to vote
yes.
Yes.
You bet. That's exactly what we
want.
want.
All right. Now, when you do something like this, naturally there is going to be some money involved, and that's, I'm guessing, part of the vote. Tell me about that part of it.
Well, that's what the vote is for, whether or not to raise taxes to build this aquatic center. And of course, anytime you mention raising taxes, that seems to scare people, but this is a facility that is really needed in Duchesne County and will be a great benefit, not only to the patrons, but economically for the area and everything else. We just feel that this is one of those small tax increases that is worth it. It's important.
When you say a small tax increase, do you have an estimate? Sometimes people base that off of the value of a home or...
You bet. It is based on the value. It's a property tax increase. In simple terms, a house valued, say, at $150,000, that's probably about my house, mine's probably a little less, but valued at that would be paying about $40 to $45 a year, a little less than $4 a month to have this facility. And that $4 a month would include payment for the bond itself, the $8 million bond to build, plus to help with the operation and maintenance of the pool.
All right. Well, let's talk about what's proposed. Then are there lots of different plans for what you'd like to see in this? You're calling it an aquatic center, and that's more than just a swimming pool, I'm guessing.
Well, it's a swimming facility. It's not a rec center,
but aquatic center.
But it is an aquatic center. It basically has two major components. We have an indoor component and an outdoor component. There will be a portion of the pool that is year-round, and then a portion that's outdoors that'll be just in the summer.
When you say a portion, is it go under the wall? I mean, is it all the same thing?
It'll be a building and then an out, just part of it indoors and part of it outdoors.
So there will be a separate pool
right.
that is outdoor, a separate one that is inside as well. And then how does the hospital fit into this? You said there's some therapy or...
Inside we'll have two pools. We'll have a lap pool, a 25-yard lap pool, and then we'll have a separate therapy pool.
What is a therapy pool?
We'll run it at a warmer temperature.
Ah.
It'll be probably 20 feet by 50 feet, have a depth ranging from 3 to 5 feet. Mostly the water temperature. We'll have some jets in there, and we'll have some handrails built in so that people can hold on to something.
So there'll be benches and that kind of thing? Or,
like a bench.
Places to sit, not so much splashing around and swimming? And
Not so much, especially in the daytime
Right.
when it's being used. In the evenings, you know, if younger children want to swim in there and enjoy that, that'll be fine.
All right, and we may have even a graphic that we can show.
We
You've
do, we can.
Now, I'm not sure we have that to put up on our screen today, but if someone wanted to see that image outside of this program, might it be on a website or?
We have a couple of spots that you can go to. You can find us on Facebook, Citizens for Duchesne County Aquatic Center. If you just do a little search on Facebook. There's also a blog spot. I think that's at dcountyaquacenter.blogspot.com.
Whoa, all right.
We may have to get that up on
Maybe
the
a
screen.
search or something.
But you can find us a couple of spots on the internet and see the plan.
All right, all right. Now, after the break, Kirk will tell us more about the benefits of having a year-round aquatic center in Roosevelt. Here's a message now from the sponsor of Local Point, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome to Ashley Regional Medical Center. We have just added another amazing new piece of technology to our radiology department. This is the new Infinia Hawkeye 4, the best nuclear medicine technology available and the same you would find at tertiary hospitals along the Wasatch Front. This machine can help physicians determine both the nature and precise location of the disease by testing gallbladder function, performing cardiac perfusion studies, and diagnosing cancer. Ashley Regional Medical Center, continuing to bring the latest medical technology to northeastern Utah.
We are back in the studio talking with Kirk Wentworth about the benefits of an aquatic center in Duchesne County. And actually right in Roosevelt City is where you're proposing it. Is that right?
Or near, right
or
near the
near,
city.
you're not really sure of the site
Not really.
itself yet, but there are possibilities.
Right.
And the current facility in Roosevelt is in need of.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's in such need that it's gone.
In dire need, yeah.
Okay. All right. And that's what you do right now. So
Right. In the summers.
in the summertime. So it is a seasonal facility.
Right. Duchesne County has 2 seasonal pools, Duchesne and Roosevelt, but they're both seasonal.
They're
So
both outdoor. And
when summer's over, there's no place to.
right.
to
No
swim.
ice skating then. And
No.
okay,
Well,
all right.
yes, but
Not there.
I wouldn't try it.
No, not a good.
Okay.
All right, so you've got the plans. You've done everything you need to get this thing on the ballot. Now it's the presentation, such as you're doing today, to the public to
Right.
get them to vote yes on Proposition 2.
Right. We're having several meetings throughout the county for voters to come and to hear and to learn about the pool.
Now that's what I was asking you at the end of the first segment, how people might get more information if they are watching us today and they'd like to know just a little bit more. You threw out some websites.
Right. They can do a search on Facebook and find us, and there's also a blog.
Citizens for.
Citizens for a Duchesne County Aquatic Center.
All right.
You can find out information there, and there's even a link on Facebook to the blog spot.
All right. Well, everybody's on Facebook now, right? I even joined the revolution. That's what my kids call it, my high school students. Well, that's great. Now, so there's ways to get information. You said there are some also some information meetings that are going to
Right.
be
If
coming up.
anybody's watching the newspapers, Uinta Basin Standard, they'll be able to catch a list of those meetings. They're also listed on Facebook. So
And you'll be there.
I'll be there with a presentation.
All right. Well, anything else you'd like to tell us about the facility?
I think the important part is that we've tried to build this facility to just fit everyone.
And where did you get the idea of
Well,
this particular design?
Emory County has a nice facility, indoor, outdoor. And one of the things that when we met as a committee is we don't just want a pool just for the kids or just for fun. We have a community that has aging people. We have senior citizens who enjoy swimming. We have a hospital with a great physical therapy department that
you did your
that,
homework to find a community that had something that
might fit our
might
needs.
fit, and so you've got a little bit of background
Right.
knowledge.
So we've got the indoor with the therapy and the lap pool that can be used year-round, and we've got the outdoor that
For those who want the sun.
Want the sun
when
and
we
the
have
fun.
it.
That's right, exactly.
Well, I wish you well on the ballot.
Thank you.
I'd like to see that actually happen. So
Well, we
it'd
do
be a
too.
great thing. Now, I don't know the other side of the story, but you've presented a great argument to have the Aquatic Center, Kirk.
Well, thank you. Just remember to vote for it.
All right.
Vote yes for Proposition 2.
Well, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again right here on the next edition of Local Point.